We on YouTube, getting ready to get it popping. My bro. Always the workout deck. Let's go. Okay. And y'all, we coming in on Facebook right now.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
If you're on Facebook, you can go to our Legendary People podcast page and you can share it so all of your followers will get a chance to watch it from your page as well. So it should.
Ain't that crafty with that.
No doubt, no doubt. We gonna send you the link. We gonna send you the. That's a bar. You got a point already. You got. Yes, sir. Yes. Here we go. Here we go. All right. So we on deck. Go ahead, P. Let's get it viral. Let's get something viral, bro.
So we're gonna talk about your triumphant of making it out the streets or whatever. So
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, one of the viral things I think about is the Alpo Martinez situation. Are you familiar with Alpo?
Yeah.
How you feel about the irony in him snitching to get out after having some people set up and kill, and then he actually gets out and he's eventually killed? How do you feel? Do you feel like that's street justice?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give you some truth. I didn't even know he was dead.
Oh wow!
So
yeah.
I didn't know he passed away. That that it came back at him.
Right.
Man, personally, man, I kind of shy away from them kind of topics and be really real, man. That's somebody else's situation. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
Right.
And so I try not to make an opinion about somebody else's thing.
Okay.
But I can tell you what
Absolutely.
Where I would stand.
Where would you stand in that situation?
Well, I actually stand where I actually stood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. He good. He good. I stand where I stood, man.
So here's the deal.
He's
What I think about that is like,
He's got 2 points,
He
all
got 2 points
right.
already.
And with that, you're balling. 2 points, you balling. That's a bar for me. I get a point.
so since we on topic, right?
Yeah.
We on topic. We got points jumping all over
Yeah.
the place.
Right.
So the first day, man, I gotta let everybody know.
Yeah.
I was here.
All
Yeah.
the time.
Not on time.
Yeah.
I was here sharp.
Sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Set up before y'all was ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we gotta be deducting points
Yeah.
from both of you.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was ready.
Boy,
Yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I was set up. I got my product display jumping off.
Right.
I'm ready to go.
Yes.
And y'all guys, I beat y'all here, so man, we got to deduct it.
Well, you didn't beat me here. You did not. I was set. No. Excuse me. You got to understand my schedule. I am jugging. I am currently running 3 businesses in here simultaneously right this second, and I was multitasking.
Hey.
What was I doing when you came in?
I don't even know I was busy.
I know. See, that's the point. That's the point.
Listen, I was busy being prepared.
Yes.
Being ready.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since he running 3 businesses and he got all that going on.
Yes, sir.
How you think I got here today?
Oh, running your businesses. But the true answer that you said that was good. You said you don't know, and when you don't know,
This gonna be fun.
when you
got he was all like meek, like when I came in, like quiet and like
Yeah.
he was like,
yeah,
and he came
meek.
out.
That's how it's supposed to be.
See, he came out.
That's yes, sir. Yeah.
No doubt. All due respect.
I do.
Y'all both get Dr. Point.
I take it from a true king for sure. Yeah. Take a point from you for interrupting our podcast in the middle of the show. What's going on? No doubt.
So that Cristo original, he's a clothing designer and brand from here. He actually did a legendary interview with us, and he took away points from SMED every 5 seconds. It was the greatest show ever, man.
I don't
It was
remember.
the greatest show ever.
I don't recollect.
I do gotta tell you, man, like flat out, man. Like, see, I watched y'all join for real, and I dig your energy.
Okay.
Now, I even seen you on Daniel T's joint.
Okay.
And I was like, man. So after I seen that one, right? I seen it. It must have replayed again the show, but I was watching it, and it made me reach back out because I realized that I had said I was gonna get down with y'all.
Right.
And things got a little busy since I run a few businesses.
Yes, sir.
And so
For
it
sure.
got a little bit of little busy, man, but I want to make sure I get it down here, and I want to let you know I like your energy, man.
Thanks,
How
man.
you do your thing.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
An amazing job every time. Hit bro's mic for me too, Pig.
Man, my bad. You can take a point for that.
Hey, man, point take away from knocking down product.
Yeah. All right, so we on point. Yep, we
right,
good.
for sure.
So, man, we're gonna roll the commercials real quick.
Yep, let's do that. You guys will be right back after this quick commercial break, baby. Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room. Working on our Stars Hottronic heat press. Using all the vinyl. Making all the picture tees. I like vinyl.
I'm about to just load these boxes up. I'm out your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
You get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
Don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pops?
What's up, Smokey?
I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing. Go ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they say? They said it's slow for real. I'm about to just ask boss when we get our job that night. Of course you can.
Yeah.
And,
Y'all actually won an award, the Boss Mag 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Y'all won for that media outlet thing.
man, I don't even know. Yeah.
Like y'all won. He didn't even know he won.
What'd you say? Who was it?
You won the Boss Magazine 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Congratulations.
That's legendary. We back.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Beanut, the CEO of Dash Resources. Got my man Stack and SMED.
Hello. What's up, everybody? You guys, welcome to the Legendary People Podcast. If you're watching on Facebook, we want you guys to go and like, subscribe, and ring the bell notification on our YouTube channel, which is the Legendary People Podcast. It's spelled just how it is underneath me right there, the Legendary People Podcast. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell. We want to say what's up to all of our sponsors. Sheiks. Go to Sheiks for breakfast. They have the best breakfast in the world, man. Sheiks for breakfast. Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch. An amazing lunch. It's like a Caribbean flavor. They're right across, kind of cat-a-corner from the library right downtown. So Agnes All Natural Grill for lunch. If you're ever injured, call attorney Michael Wright, 937-222-7477. Make the right choice. When you want to get lit a little bit, get you some good old Kiara wine. Kiara Wine can be found at More for Less, or you contact Antoine Cunningham on Facebook. And theshoparea.com is like the baby Amazon. Delivery is always free from the store to your door in 4 business days. That's theshoparea.com. You guys, we are at T-Shirt Kings and t-shirtkings247.com. Go for your mouth in the metaverse. Camera King Studio. And
My son getting his senior photos today, so that's gonna be.
Oh, really? Okay, nice. All right, y'all. Camera King Studios, T-Shirt Kings. You get 50 shirts for $250. That's $5 per shirt. Put you in the game a little bit. Buy for $5, sell them for $10. You can even sell them for $20 and make a quadruple up. So make sure you come and check us out on that. My brother Peanut Johnson teaches you how to get a big old bag of money from investing your money the right way in stocks. He does a program, Sell Stocks Not Dope, every Sunday on the Dash Resource channel on YouTube. So you guys watching on YouTube, go and find the Dash Resource channel and subscribe, and you'll get notified when he goes live Sundays at 8 p.m. All right, so now without further ado, we got a real legend, a real king, and a
freaking legend.
Real king in the building, man. So you guys, without further ado, Peanut Johnson, over to you, bro.
I also want you guys to go hit the link inside the description to go to Amazon and get my book for free, where you can learn the easy 5 steps to get started. Second book is still in the works. Like I said, I'm still critiquing and fixing the dedication to my grandmother. But this ain't about me. You feel me? This is about
Thank you.
You feel
Thank
me?
you.
My man.
Let's get it here.
James Horace Gullatte is in the building. What's good?
What's up, King?
What up?
Finally got you in here.
Westwood.
Westwood.
We gotta say it out loud.
Yeah.
Westwood.
For sure.
Ohio.
For sure.
Fully. What up, though?
And look, a special shout out to my man Kevin Easley. You know what I'm saying? He made sure to make sure we got this
For sure.
completed because man, we have been sitting on this Jew for a minute, man. So here on the Legend of People podcast, we'd like to find out the origins of our legends. Without further ado, where'd you grow up?
Hey man, Westwood, Ohio.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
WWO.
Let's go.
Yes,
Are we
sir.
not hear that? Cheer. What up, though?
What up, though?
Who? Hey, right there on Hoover and Walton, down the street from the funeral home.
Okay. Word,
Understood?
word,
Yeah, I'm a real Westwooder.
Okay, right.
So you know how it's broken down is if you.
Like I'm a Roosevelt.
Yeah, so you
Westwood.
Roosevelt,
Yeah,
right? Yeah. You ain't Westwood.
Ah!
You Roosevelt.
Oh!
You Roosevelt. I mean,
it's the truth.
it's how it works.
It's true.
You McNary, you Roosevelt,
Yeah.
you know, you Westland Center.
Yeah.
I'm Westwood.
But then, I mean,
You know, it is what it is.
later on,
You know, we
all
argue.
combine.
I mean,
all
I know.
combine.
You know how it go.
Yeah, word. So, like, what were some of the things like you seen from like an early stage growing up in Westwood?
Wow, that's crazy, right? Like, cause when I first was coming up, it really was more truly like residential type scenario, right?
Yeah, it's houses on every block.
But like, but like it was really like living. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it was more good lawn care than it was bad lawn care.
Right.
And we had more. It was more two parents in the home type deal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so like, what happened through the evolution was I got to see the evolution of crack, the way it started up and come through Westwood.
Right, sure.
And so to see that's what was the biggest change. Like we were still running around doing what we do, trying to get into something, but like we had curfews back then. Like we had to get to the house. Yeah, we had to get to the house. So it was like, you know, man, it was only a few of us that started like doing more rebelling. But we was rebelling against because we really did have discipline at the crib.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like I just seen the transition from working class people to when that crack came, and man, it just kind of like it rocked everything.
Right. No pun intended, right?
No, seriously, no doubt, you know what I mean? But it rocked everything.
Right.
So that kind of like was the thing that jumps out.
Right.
One of the things that jumps out the most.
So I did read in your book that like your parents got divorced when you was one, right?
Yeah.
So like, what was early life like at home? I mean, for one, do you have any memory of your dad being home?
No.
Okay.
No, like real talk. The very first memory that I have of my dad is I had to meet him over to my aunt's house.
Okay.
And like the door rang, I run to the door, right?
Okay.
Slam the door open, and I call my Uncle Donald. I'm like, Uncle Donald, my dad here. It wasn't even my dad, it was my uncle's friend.
All right. Okay.
Damn.
Cause I ain't really know what my dad looked like at the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's my first really memory of my dad.
Yeah. Wow.
But of your dad, but it wasn't even him.
But it wasn't even him.
Yeah.
So, but he came later that evening. But that
Yeah.
first thing, you know what I mean? I didn't know what he looked like.
Yeah. How old were you at that point, bro?
Man, shoot, you know, I don't know, man. Not for real.
Yeah.
I remember it. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't 8, 9, 10,
Right.
Younger.
but I was younger. But
Younger
that's like
than
my
that.
first real memory of, like, my experience with my dad.
Right.
Like my dad now listen, as I'm 52 years old now, and I done been through some stuff, right?
Right.
And I didn't want it to be the best dad in the world. Don't ever get it twisted.
Mm-hmm.
But if you talk to some of my children, I'm not the best dad in the world.
Yeah.
What I wanted and what life gave me were two different things. And so
Yeah.
as I grew up and became a father, became a man, it made me understand my father even more.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Not taken away from him, because he could have did what he could have did.
Right.
But he only could do what he could do.
Yeah.
And so, like my
That is a
dude-
beautiful perspective.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
it's clarity.
for sure.
And I experienced the same thing. You know, like as a parent, you don't get a practice. There's no manual. They don't teach you any of these things in school. So you feeling your way out. And, you know, having children, sometimes if you didn't plan it out properly, which most people don't, you doing your thing, and then like you might be homeless when the baby come.
1,000. Yeah.
And you like, damn, hold on, what? You kind of got to situate yourself before you can situate your child. And like you try to go through and do what you can when you can, but you don't got your shit together right now.
Right.
And so that's the amazing point, bro.
You
It's
know,
real stuff.
I'm sorry. Just to piggyback on that, but one of the things that you learn is that what you really like. Say when you have a child, like I'm a junior,
Yeah.
and I knew that when he named me after him, and I got an older brother that's not a junior.
Yeah.
So when he chose me to be his junior, that was pride,
Yeah.
and he wanted to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But
Yes, sir.
He, you know, look, life be like, make you struggle sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you trying to grow up, and then you trying to live. And sometimes when you're not in the home, you can't grow up, live, and struggle with your child.
Yeah.
So you're doing it away from your child, which puts distance between you and your child.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't that he was trying not to. He was trying to still be making it too.
Right. So I remember two things. I have a stepdad who raised me, which I consider my father as well, and I also have my father who the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like every 5 years or whatever, I didn't see him, or he was saying every month or something like that. And I remember him telling me something when I got older. He was like, "Man, you gonna understand once you get kids."
Yeah.
And it didn't make sense to me then. Like, what are you talking about? And then today, that is a dividend that pays me.
Yeah,
all the
for
time.
sure, for sure.
You know what I mean? And then in respect to my dad who raised me, he told me, you know what I'm saying, you can't make sure nobody's straight if you ain't straight.
Yeah.
So there has to be some type of selfish want to be better so you can be better for them.
Well, if you think about it though, like most of there were two parents in a lot of the homes that when I was growing up, but then there were a great handful that didn't have.
Right.
So as we're growing up, we're trying to figure out how to become men without never even loving ourselves. Because see, we wasn't taught to love ourselves. We was taught to be tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's a whole nother conversation, but it's a whole nother thing. And so like as you start to appreciate yourself, you can start valuing yourself, but then you can also start valuing the things that brought you into this earth. And like for my dad, like, look, man, I know dude wanted to be down like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't have it.
Yeah.
Like everybody ain't got it.
Right. Yeah.
And the thing is we want stuff that we can't handle because we don't got what it takes to take care of it.
Yeah.
And he just didn't have it. He wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Naming me Junior didn't say I didn't want.
Right.
Speaking of the whole name, say, they just make fun of you. Because
Man, what? Listen, well, one of the reasons why he said he chose me over my brother, and I hope my brother ain't out there with this, right? He said he picked my brother up and looked at him and said, "Nah, he can't handle this." He said, "No, he can't handle this." Because you're growing up with a name like Horace, right? And like it's such a joke. Like I done heard every possible joke.
I can't even think of one besides like Horace Grant.
That's now.
Right.
Horace Grant wasn't out here.
Okay.
Yeah.
People wasn't attaching Horace to Grant.
Okay.
It wasn't doing that then.
Yeah.
It was all attached to a horse.
Yeah. Right.
And
No
then with a
doubt.
name like Horace, let me tell you what a problem with a name like Horace is. It ain't the most common name that you're going to ever run into, right?
Yeah.
So every time we did something, it generally went horse and them. Because the name is too easy to ride with. So
Yeah.
now you growing up with a scenario where everybody's like horse.
Right, Horace.
It's too easy. It just sticks out.
Yeah.
It ain't like Mike. It's like Mike who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, David who? Or no, horse.
All right. I can see that. So like you did have like some records of your father read a book that he actually got you a ball and gloves.
Yeah,
and kind
no,
of
most definitely, yeah.
So
Yeah.
walk through that memory.
Well, you know, one of the times that he came through, he was allowed to come through.
Okay.
Because you know how this thing works.
Yeah, mama.
Man, she say, you ain't allowed over there, you ain't allowed over there. All right. He come through and he dropped me off a ball and a glove for my birthday. And, you know what I mean? So I was the only one kind of like in the neighborhood that had the ball and the bat.
Right.
So I played all the time, so that everybody came to play. But that was a dope, that was something good that he did, that he put into me. And he used to, every time I would run into him, he would show me how not to do a batting stance. No, here's why. No, I was saying not, because he was saying do it like this, and that ain't how the hell you do it. Like he was trying to coach up something, man. Yeah. But like that was one of the things that I have a great memory of my dad. But like there's some other memories of my dad that are that probably influenced me way more than him.
Are you speaking of when you went to stay with that time?
Yeah. So like, you know, you see some things, I've seen some things that stayed with me.
Right.
And I thought that's how you were supposed to treat women. And I thought that's the way you were supposed to treat life too. Because my only memory is of this guy I was supposed to look up to. You know, there were some few good things, but then there was these other things that were stronger. You know what I mean? I seen a lot of, you know, violence with my dad. You know what I mean? So it kind of had me looking at life, especially with the way that I had relationships, was the same way that my dad. Because I think that every young man want to be like their dad. And them the strongest memories that I've had of him, of his womanizing, the violence, you know, running into, you know, what I ran into, you know, watching somebody be killed. Like the things that I seen with him was like, you know.
Yeah. In your book, like you know, we spoke about it where you was spunky.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, just for people who haven't read the book yet, because I'm telling you, read this book. It is telling you, it is amazing.
I tell you, for me, I tell you, Oprah should grab this joint and do something with it. Because I think it's a bestseller, but then nobody ever asked me that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like nobody ever asked what I thought about that, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah, walk us through that moment of the spunky.
So like my dad like grew up in the times where it was a lot of house drinking, car playing, all that stuff at the house. Mm-hmm. So we over to his cousin Spunky's crib and house, and you know they playing cards, they doing what they do, and so my dad, my brother, and his girlfriend, you know, it's time to go. We go back over to my dad's, and we living in he was living in Western Manor at the time.
Okay. Yeah.
And so we just walked, you know, out of Spunky's and right up into my dad's spot. And so we over there, the phone ring. It's Spunky's wife saying, "Tell my dad to come back over." So my dad just like grab us, but he ain't thinking nothing. He, you know, we just left. And we rolling up in there, and we go in the house, and she say he in the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And so we on our dad's heels, and my dad get there first. But before my dad can actually stop me, I don't know if my brother seen it. Spunky on the floor, dead. She shot him in the head.
Wow.
Damn.
But this was a part of what my dad and Spunky was about, with that violence with women. That was their thing. That's what they did. And so that was my first time seeing that type of scenario. Right. And so when I say about things that affect you, it stay with you. Yeah. You don't even know that it's in there.
Right.
It become a part of your energy. And you don't even freaking know it.
So and you become desensitized.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask you.
I mean, man, listen, like, you know, sometimes you think you're growing up, and like, I know we feel like we have choices. And we probably do, and I probably didn't realize I had a choice until later in my life. But like, you just become really desensitized to everything about the whole thing, like everything. Like you don't really know, like if you had ever asked me before I really took accountability for my actions and the things I had done, I never thought I was doing anything wrong because I thought I was doing what everybody else was doing. And we all was doing it.
Yeah.
It was normal.
Yeah.
It was like so normal to go do something that you shouldn't be doing. And then go somewhere and sit down and actually don't talk about it.
You know what I do? Man, I liken that. When we just talk about something from a moral standpoint, abortion, and this might be going off the rail just a tad, but it's kind of like to add to what you're saying. Like, if we think about abortion in the aspect of there's a child being there and it's being killed one way or another, whether it's a woman's choice or not, this situation is still taking place. But it's normalized so much as a woman's choice, we take the value out of a child has died here. An unborn child has died, and it's got a heartbeat, and it's growing up to a certain extent. And what you're saying is, when we was kids, like, for example, even just let's say it is like selling dope. It gets talked about and glorified so much in the music that we listening to and just the part of our community that you might not even realize the effect that it's having and the bad things that's happening from this, but it's a part of the culture.
But the bad things are a badge of honor
Right.
in the streets. It's not actually looked at as something that is a I don't want to call it a system, but like it's a revolving circle of nothing.
They call it recycling crime.
But let's get a little bit fancy on this word.
Yeah.
It's a recycling
Repetitive circle
of losers.
Yeah.
See, because it's losing.
Yeah.
You're not winning. I don't care how it looks. What they say, the average run for the height of somebody who sells drugs at the height of their drug is like 8 months or something.
Right.
Like you don't really got a lot of time.
That's
like,
a stat, bro.
like it's crazy. Like the average drug dealer doesn't even make $20,000 a year.
Right.
I don't care how much money moves to his hands. We talking about the profit part.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, like there's a lot of things that we don't know.
Man, that is, bro,
And
you
so
was really going in.
When you take from a perspective of what I'm talking about, a cycle of losers, and I'm not telling that I was losing, which made me a loser.
Right.
Yeah.
For sure.
That doesn't mean that I will stay a loser,
Right.
or I'm calling anybody a loser, but it's a cycle of losing.
Yeah, I mean, we even talk about this, the financial aspect of you having to defend yourself on the cases that you catching. That is the part that should derail crime to begin with. A lot of y'all are taking penitentiary chance that you don't even have enough money to fight yourself out of.
Man, you know what? If we be talking about the penitentiary part of this, I can get so deep about this because, see, that's where my big change came, man.
Absolutely.
That's where the game really changed on me when I was in I was in prison.
We're almost headed there.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll bring him on down. Come on. All right.
So
Nice.
So we spoke about your dad. What about mom? Like, what kind of mom was she to you, just at the core of momhood?
So, like, my mom, like, my work ethic for real come from my mom. Okay.
How so?
Because my mom used to put that work in. Like, she got it done. Like, she the only person that I seen live, like, that got up and went to work, that got up and, cut the grass, that got up and, like, I seen her do all these things. So, like, my work ethic really came from her.
Right.
And then the thing that's probably hard for a little boy with his mom, like, you attached to your mom.
For sure.
But you missing something, and you blame your mom.
Word.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's tough right there.
Yeah.
So, like you trying to be there to be the man of something that you're not even a man. You know what I mean? So you're trying to be the man of the house.
Trying to put them shoes on too fast.
But this is kind of like art. So she would tell me like I'm the man of the house.
Right.
And like we were, like me and my mom, like we were coming up, we were good. Like we really were good. She just in the same realm as my dad, like she was trying to figure out life. She was trying to grow up. She was there with 2 children and a third that came in and out whenever he felt like it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so like she was trying to hold it down and figure out what she wanted out of life.
Right.
Like she really wanted a husband. Like she wanted
Yeah.
like
packing fence and
man,
all
she
that.
wanted all that.
Right.
But she had to get up every day and go grind and go make it happen for herself.
That's hard.
And so at some point in my life around 12, 11, the disconnect started to come between me and my mom.
Okay.
Not because she was being a bad mom. It's just that she couldn't give me what I wanted.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because she couldn't just do it.
Yeah.
So I chose to go get it.
Okay. And go get it, meaning for the viewing audience, whoever it was.
But it wasn't a whole lot of rim, like not just go get it from a financial, but relationship part, like making the dudes I hung with, the game, that journey be stronger than the home piece.
Okay. Right. Turn into a shark.
Yeah. And you right there. You trying to find love. Because you feel you ain't getting it at home because it ain't coming the way you think it's supposed to come.
Right. So, I mean, I did read your book out so that eventually when your mom boyfriends was acting kind of crazy.
Yeah, and we shut them down like that.
I don't mean to laugh. So, it says with a baseball bat. It's the same baseball bat your dad got you.
Most definitely. I kept that baby to the end.
Right.
No, I kept that. Oh no! I kept that to the end.
Yeah.
I treasured that glove and that bat. The ball had been lost,
Right.
but I kept that baby like it was. You know, I have had many bats, but I kept that one all the time.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like I kept that one. So yeah, that was that one though.
Right. Right. So, but let's get more to the bat. So you were great at like baseball, right? So
I was pretty good.
okay, but I mean, I think you put it modestly, right? So like you,
I was pretty good.
yeah, our listeners are all the time to say that, but like, weren't you like close to winning?
Yeah, we was close.
Yeah,
We was almost
yeah.
at. We was 2 outs away from the final game of Little League World to go to Little League World Series.
So who were you playing for, bro? What
First
program?
day Little League.
First
Come on,
date,
man.
baby.
First day. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. First day.
See, look, I love that because we know we asked somebody like later on in the story, if anything else that you think you've been good at, you focus completely on that. Do you think baseball would have been your thing, man?
For sure. Like I still watch. Like right now.
Yeah.
I watch baseball like all the time.
Yeah.
I love the MLB channel because like you get all the news and I know the game. I still love the game. Matter of fact, I will be. So the Yankees got a 4-game series starting Thursday
With the Reds?
with the Rays.
With the Rays. Oh, in Florida.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And so here's how it goes. Generally, Tampa whoop our tail every time I'm there, right?
Yeah.
Which I'm a Yankee fan.
Okay,
And so,
word.
so I'm knowing I'm going to games 1 and 2. If we win both or split one, I'll go to the next one.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be sitting there getting my tail bumped.
Yeah.
I ain't that kind of guy.
Right.
I don't just wait on it.
So what position did you play?
Center field.
Center field?
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And then where you come up in the batting order?
1.
You're the lead off.
1. Hey, 1. Now, I'm gonna keep it fair and square.
Yeah.
On the All-Star team, I didn't get that much ride. I ain't gonna lie. I was, you know, the guys were bigger and better than me. I ain't,
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna let them be that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I was there.
Man, first dating, man, is
was
a
there.
legendary place,
Oh my
man.
God, yeah.
First dating is what a lot of programs should strive to be like. One thing about first dating that I like, where they kind of like incorporated the businesses around and then let everybody get their particular team.
Yeah.
I tried to run that back with the boys club and got some of the business owners to sponsor some of the basketball teams that I had over there. So first dating, my cousin Remy Gilbert, he used to go and play at first date, and I would go to all his games and watch and stuff.
So this is a funny story. So like I was a member of McKinley Methodist, but I played for this Baptist team.
Yeah.
I played for the Baptist team. My mom was like, "Do you know that church?" And I'm like, "Nope." But you feel me? Like,
At first dating?
listen,
Yeah, first date.
I played for the Green
Yeah.
team, and Bovis Funeral.
Yeah.
Sponsor.
The legendary.
Yes.
Bovis was our sponsor. For sure. So yeah.
Man, that's what's up, man. No doubt.
So like in your book, you said like you kind of felt like your mom was hiding from your dad in a certain respect.
I mean,
you saying he was.
I mean, he was aggressive. You know what I mean? And listen, if I have a fault on something, I think that no matter if it was a mistake, no matter if you wasn't ready, no matter none of that. Like once you bring a responsibility into this world, like it's yours until somebody passed away.
Yeah.
And there's no greater responsibility in this world than a child.
Yeah.
So the moving and not letting him know where we at, to me, wasn't cool. Now they got their own issues,
Right.
and they got to figure out how to work that out. But like, not having 2 parents raise 1 child ain't really what's happening, because it took 2 people to make a child. So I ain't a big fan of that separation, that kind of separation. I'm not a big fan of that.
Right.
And I got it's also in the book, man, I got children with several women. So I know the dynamic and the challenge of trying to parent with multiple different people in households. But the thing that I care about the most is I've learned that we still have to be united in this process, no matter how I feel about you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So what happens is, as adulthood comes up, and pertaining to my parents, they still had to grow up, but you still made a choice to bring somebody here.
Yeah.
And that's the only, that's a major, not a fault, but that's a major thing. Yeah, but you had to do that together.
Right.
And they've done it, they just never did it consistently. And some was her decision and some was his choices and his decision. Like, they both were in it, but the problem is that while they were in it trying to figure themselves out, they had me sitting there.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when you say, when I'm telling you I'm searching for this love and I'm searching for these things elsewhere, I was getting it out of things, people, all this like it's like if you got on some gray pinstripe button down Levi's 501s,
Yeah.
504s back in the day, right? You got your Adidas jacket on, like you get your you get your props.
Right.
So I'm searching for all this kind of love through all of these different things for something that didn't exist
Right.
at the crib.
So you said this ultimately led to you throwing rocks at the penitentiary, and what was the...
I wasn't throwing rocks. I had
He was
boulders.
shooting Glocks.
Hey, listen,
He was shooting Glocks at the penitentiary.
rocks. Man, I was loaded, man. I was ready to do it. Because here's the crazy thing, right? One time we were standing downtown. I hadn't been to juvenile yet.
Okay.
I hadn't even been yet.
Okay.
So we're standing downtown, it's a group of guys sitting down there, and they all talking about how much time they didn't went to juvenile. You know, one did a year, one did 18 months, one did 6 months, one did, somebody been to DH. I hadn't even been to DH.
Right.
They called me a rookie and said I was in the minor leagues.
So you like, I got to get my...
So I said, right. Dumb. So I had to earn my way
Yeah.
into the system
Yeah.
based off of me being a
Rookie.
Man.
amongst losers. And I'm not telling you that these guys are not good guys. Some of these guys was there. I know them now. They doing really well. They got good things going
Yeah.
on.
Right.
But that's
part of the
Loserville, man.
Yeah.
I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
It's Loserville.
Let me build with you. So I had a thought that when you were talking about having children with multiple women.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we was talking about just like when you're making children, you're really having sex, right? But you're not considering that this is only to have children. You know what I mean? Like when you don't have a child, you should be surprised after you having sex with somebody, right? But some of this thing, and it's not to like take away blame from you or from me for doing what we do, but there is a societal issue that's going on where we are glorifying and sensationalizing sex at every turn that we can to make us look at sex as not a tool to have children, but just as a recreation thing to do, right?
Most definitely.
Secondly, the children that you're having with multiple women, and myself included, these are wives. You really got multiple wives. And if we seen it like that, instead of looking at it as this is a baby mama or this is a baby mama, like you said, we would all be coming together in a unified effort to build something great as a big family. And
That's a great point, because when you hold one over the other, it's like, for me, I'm the best baby mama, so there's gonna be all this cat stuff going back and forth. Well, no, you all are wild.
well, it would take all of us, all the participants, the women, the children, and the man, to structure it and organize it right in order for it to actually work.
Tell you, get a point from him.
Yeah.
Why we taking one off of him for that crap right there?
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Now it sound good. No, don't tell me though.
Yeah.
It sound good.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Come on, come on.
Anybody got more than one baby mama?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Let's see.
Yeah.
Listen, let me go ahead and tell you something. The only time they had something common to say good and be united when it was all
About
me.
you. And it was bad about you.
Take another. Hey, listen.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. I mean, but I think that you're right. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not,
yeah.
I'm not telling you that, but it didn't start after you had the child.
Right.
It started with the responsibility of what you were doing going into it.
Right.
See, so that's the thing. Like, because here's the deal. If you value a woman, listen. All right, listen. I got a son.
Yeah.
I got a son. His name is Ace.
Mm-hmm.
He is a very popular internet guy that talks about relationships.
Okay.
Okay.
So if he out there get a word of this and he hear what I'm about to say,
Shout out to Ace. Very bad.
To the young
I'll tell you
king.
something. If he hear what I'm about to say, because this is one of his lines. If you see a woman and value her as a wife,
Mm-hmm.
how come you just made her a baby mama?
Listen,
But then we're gonna even go even further.
Mm-hmm.
I like this discussion.
And if she is valued as a wife, how come you got 2, 3 of them there? So it comes with a responsibility
Right.
that still goes back to how come we in a fatherless scenario not shown the responsibility of what a man should supposed to be doing and not even being able to have a conversation with a man. Because conversation that I had was with my friends who all had multiple women,
Right.
babies with women. So we in there talking like we having man talk,
Right.
but we having little boy talk, and none of them had accountability on there. It was a pride in how many children that you did have.
Right.
Right.
Not,
Right.
not how many you were taking care of.
Right. How many you had?
How many you had.
How many you had? And that's I think
Hey,
that
don't forget to get that point.
I give it I'm holding on to my point and not giving it away to be taken. But because I think that we are talking about I think we close to what each other is thinking, in the lineup. But I just think that it's the building blocks of the relationship and how that you approach it. Like, for example, we are living, like us as brothers and sisters is living in this societal structure of America is kind of different than our natural element of how we would be living had we had our own country. Even with the Bible is sacred text. Might not be perfect, but the wisdom in it can be counted. It gives a provision for a man to have more than one wife, but the condition of that is you cannot start taking care of your second wife, your newfound love, more than you're doing for your original wife. And that's where she would have the problem at. It's like, damn, bro, you just done abandoned me to go and make a child with somebody else. You're not taking care of your child here. And then when you have a child by the third lady, the second and first mother will come together and say, damn, he ain't doing shit for neither one of us, but now he's doing something for this third. But if it was lined up correctly from the start to say, listen, this is what we're doing. We're going to build this family. Because it does work in some places, but when you got deceit in there, it don't.
This is dating.
Yeah.
And I done seen it work a little bit
Yeah.
with multiple,
Yeah.
but it really only works with one.
It definitely.
So if you got, in my case, I got several baby mothers,
Yeah.
and the one I'm closest to, I'm not with anyone. The one I'm closest to, I have the strongest relationship with my child.
Right.
Right. Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's relative.
So it's relative. So
Right.
with multiples, it doesn't allow you to give yourself
Yeah.
fully.
Yeah. To each, there you go.
So,
You're right.
So even if it was okay as
Right.
a unit, you still will be having the same problem.
Yeah.
Giving what it takes
Yeah.
in order for it to be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like 10 people trying to eat one pizza down
mean,
there. Ain't nobody gonna get
Ain't
full.
nobody gonna get full. Everybody just gonna get a slice.
Definitely. Definitely. It has to be. It got to be structured the right way. And in Dayton, Ohio, it's not. It's not.
You never have right here for real is just having.
Understand.
Well, the understanding has to be okay. Like, look, if you got multiple baby mothers, then you've all tried to do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
You've tried to be their boyfriend and the father
Right.
of multiple women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if this structure is able to work,
Yeah.
there can't be no sex.
Yeah. No, you saying some real stuff. It's complicated. Yes. Right.
You have sex. You gotta eliminate sex.
Right.
You can always tell when a person having sex with his baby mama.
Yeah.
Or his baby mamas.
Yeah.
You can always tell.
Yeah.
So I mean, not to get caught here on this journey with
Yeah.
this, but for real talk, I just think that it starts with some form of accountability, showing how things should be done,
Right.
How you should be prepared as a man in order to be a father. See, a father, you just a daddy.
Yeah.
They say it's a difference. A daddy and a father, they're two different things.
Yeah.
And so I rather.
Yes.
I would rather my son. I have one child. I have one son that doesn't have a child, but I can tell you that he's a man
Right.
Right.
who's going to have a child
Right.
with his
The
wife.
right. Yeah. With the right one.
Because we consider just having a child make you a dad.
No.
Yeah,
He's a man already.
He's a man
Yeah.
already. I like that.
He's
Yeah.
a man already.
Yeah. Like my older brother.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure.
Stable.
No, it's stable.
Lit. Mm-hmm.
All right. So speaking of stability, right? So eventually you moved to like a Hispanic neighborhood in California.
So yeah, man, the Cali ride, man, it lasted one summer, man.
Okay. Well, I mean,
we-
what's your best experience from like that year?
So I mean, like, I remember we got there. We living in this apartment complex. It's in El Monte. I'm in El Monte, California, right? And it was one other black family outside of us and the lady we was living with.
Yeah.
Right?
This Southern California, LA area or up north?
Well, I was like around 12.
Yeah.
So it was El Monte, California. All I know.
Yeah,
Right?
no doubt.
All I know. Right?
Yeah.
All I know.
Right.
And
It's like a Spanish town.
that's all I know.
Yeah.
And their colors were red, so you couldn't really have anything other
Then red.
than red.
Dang. So no green.
Like, I mean, but like I was still 12, but like this is some of the things I remember the most.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. And coming from Dayton, I'm coming from where it was all blacks.
Yeah.
That now it's only like 5 of us.
Yeah.
And like they used to want to jump on my sister because my sister was like funny Asian, funny looking type, like had this straight hair and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so they wanted to jump on it. All the boys would want to talk to my sister, So it was. I remember that there. But what I remember the most is like I've been to every baseball park in California.
It's hard.
Nice.
That was one of the most things that I remember, like the most. And outside of the, when we moved to Inglewood.
There we go.
Okay, and so when we moved to Inglewood, like this all happened in one summer, man. We left at the end of the school year, and man, we went through this whole whirlwind. And by the beginning of the next school year, man, I was going to Fairview Elementary.
Let's go, Bulldogs, baby.
But like that journey there, seeing that big donut that people like, that's a real shop.
Right.
It's been there forever. And the lady, Miss Josephine, used to let us walk early in the morning, let us walk and go get us some donuts. Other than that, we had to stay in the yard. And I seen the police shoot up a guy that was like on walking down the street. He was like crazy. He was going through. He was walking. He was on something, and they like shot him up a few times. But that's one of the reasons we wasn't allowed to go out the yard.
Wow.
It was tripping over there. Yeah,
For sure.
So you have that experience. I mean, to me, I'm still loving the some of the baseball influence still in there. To me, it just always plays to like the like the younger version of yourself. So you come back to Dayton, and then you move to where?
We moved in. We didn't go back to the Westwood because our house was rented out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we moved in with my mom, one of my mom's good friends. She's like they like sisters. Miss Aunt Doreen, what I mean? So we moved in over here on Park Hill.
Park Hill, okay.
Over here on Park Hill, right? and I ended up going to Fairview. And so, I mean, like from there though, like after that time, that's where the game really changed.
Okay. Right.
By this time, I'm still 12, but I done seen a little bit more than what I needed to see.
Right.
And I had dabbled with stealing and stuff like that, but like when I came back,
Yeah.
that's when it just changed. It changed. It changed. It changed. And
What
now,
year is this, bro? About what year?
82.
About 82. Okay. Yeah.
About 82.
Yeah.
Cause like the pressure got to start being on. Like now, people dress
Yeah.
Right.
like we still in cars. Like people come like it's different now. Then it became, you know, it just changed.
Right.
And like, you know, we sneaking into Roller World, backstop, backstage.
Backstage. Okay.
So we into the groove now.
Right.
And so we moving now, and we doing different things.
What neighborhood are you living in at this time? when you
So
went to
I'm living
Fairview?
right up here. When I come back, I'm staying on Park Hill, right up off of Salem.
Yeah.
Right there.
That's my neighborhood. Oh, yeah. That's my neighborhood
I'm
right
over
there.
I'm over there, but then by the end of that school year, I'm back in Westwood.
Okay. Right.
So
Yeah.
I'm back with my homies.
Yeah.
Who are some of your day ones, man?
Donald Jackson, everybody know that.
Yeah.
Everybody know Donald Jackson, man. Steve-O Bayberry, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey, man, we go. That's it right there. You know what I mean?
Sir.
Back in when I really got wild, me and Buster Dillard, man, we was like,
Yeah.
we was like thieves.
Yeah, big dog.
We was
Yeah.
thick as thieves.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we was thick as thieves. Got caught thieving a lot, too.
Yeah.
So you and Smith got like you know, so like similar background. Cause both y'all used to sell candy, right? You used to sell candy.
But most definitely.
Yeah.
So me and Buster, that's how, listen. Me and Buster got it started, right? We was going, like, it was
Let's
so great.
go.
Look, so we was still like a handful of Hershey bars,
Uh-huh.
right? Or something like that. And then the older guys start saying, oh, man, y'all petty, man. You got to get the whole box.
Ah.
They always touch you. It's another time.
So listen, now still in the box of Hershey, you know, them flat.
Yeah.
That was easier than stealing a whole box of Snickers because it was bigger.
Yeah.
So if you hit a Snickers, you was like the man.
Right.
And so we go to school, and I will sell them 2 for a quarter. Over here at Westwood.
Right.
We over here at Westwood, 2 for a quarter.
Hanging out.
And then we in the back of the class flipping quarters. You know you flip it, you land it on it. Yeah, for sure.
So we also spoke about getting more attention for getting in trouble than almost making it to the Little League World Series.
Yeah, most of that. So like my whole baseball career, outside of like when my mother had to drive me there because I couldn't walk, I couldn't get there myself. Nobody ever came to my games. Like I actually can count. I know in my head in the day, and I know that somebody came to a game. So my mom would like drop me off at the park and just go back home, and then I'll get home on my own, and she'd be on the couch, say what happened, and I actually downplay it to her, and I go out and go tell my friends everything that happened. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was a crazy time right there.
Yeah. So at age 14, you start smoking, you drinking, you hang with your friends. What was your first time having to actually go to juvenile detention?
Oh, shoot. Dang. That's a good one. Because I'm trying to think, was it with me and Buster and Eddie, man? Because I'm thinking it was. It had to be about stealing. We were stealing, and we got caught.
Right.
Yeah. You know the one thing that was dope about that I learned? So, like, when I would go get locked up or get in trouble, like my aunt, my mom, like everybody would come over.
Right.
Like in my early days of going to juvenile, like on visits, my mom and dad would come together.
Wow.
So that's how I equated getting in trouble with having that
More.
energy
Yeah,
versus
more impact than me
Yeah.
actually going and balling
Yeah.
out. When I get in
Yeah.
trouble, everybody
Yeah.
showing up.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
So like and so like you look at it like that. Like I always feel like if I had had discipline and support, that I probably could have. I know I would have went to college and played ball.
Right.
I know I would have. because I actually never got taught.
Self-taught.
So I was looking, coaches say things, right? But like
You can't touch instinct, time.
but see, all that was there, but the discipline of the game I never really was taught because it was always somebody's father who coached the team. He didn't really know baseball.
Right. Yeah.
And then, if his son, he coaching a team where his son's generally the best player.
That's generally what happens.
And that's about it, you know what I mean? So, like, nobody's really teaching you, so you didn't really get a chance to learn.
Right.
And, like, it was interesting. So, when we was going to, there was only, like, 3 guys I can remember that went to camps and got taught how to do stuff.
Dang. Were they the best players, too, or?
They were good.
Okay. So
They were good. They were good. One of them was Jeff Graham.
Jeff Graham.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, he would go to camps.
Jeff Graham, that's crazy.
He would go to camps and come and he missed the whole first month of the season. And come on in and he's the man.
Wow.
He the man. He the man.
Shout out to Jeff Graham. Let's say
Yeah, boy, he was the man. Yeah, he was the man.
Yeah, so you said like you jumped on the porch completely at age 15. It was a game called Young Dog versus Atomic Dog.
Oh man. So no. We wasn't really versus like that. So like the dogs, like
The dogs,
everybody
yeah.
know if you come up in our age, I know we just a little older.
Yeah.
You knew about the dogs. So
Sure.
there was the big dogs, and then there was a bunch of other offsprings.
Yeah.
And so we became the young dogs because Miss Red, Victor Body's mom, said, because we all hanging around, that y'all the young dogs. So they took, everybody took the name of it.
Took it and ran.
It didn't really start with me. I'm not a core founder of the Young Dogs. Baby Durrell, Durrell Hoskins, little Durrell Hoskins, give a shout out to him,
Yeah.
RP, him and a few other, they were part of the originals. We were just all cool. But what ended up happening in like one span, it became like everybody had a gang. Actually, it wasn't a gang, it was a dance crew.
Yeah.
So I was me and Reggie Shepherd, Trouble Funk Express.
That's what's up, man. Dancing was serious back then, wasn't it, bro?
Trouble Funk Express, right?
Yes.
So what happened is the game took a different turn, and the dance crews became a part of the game.
Right.
And the Atomic Dogs were over here on this side of town. The Young Dogs, we were on Westwood and above. No, excuse me, I'll take that back. No. Top Dogs were on this side. Atomic Dogs were like over there in the Bella Vista area, Steve-O and Ronnie Ray and all them boys. Okay, and so it just all merged and we all just became dogs.
Right. Okay.
That's about it.
So like, what
Kevin,
kind of
we apparently we got comments on YouTube. Kevin Easley, he's checking in. He said, let's go. And then he also took a point from me.
Here we go. What?
Good shot.
This is my third episode. Thank you,
Good
Easy.
shot.
Thank you, Easy. That's that point.
Good shot.
Look, he's like,
Hey, so what's the point for?
I don't know. He just took one.
That's good shot.
Hey,
Good
it
shot,
probably
big
could have
bro.
been for anything.
Good shot, big
I've been
bro.
messing
Way
up
on
the
down.
whole show
Way on
apparently.
down, big bro.
All right, we lit.
so, like, what kind of student were you at this point in your life where, you know what I'm saying, you done started with the street crowd, you off the porch, I mean, you still going to school at this point in time, or you not?
Oh man, here's the thing about like I was a good student. To be real. I mean, I wasn't A's and all that, but like I got decent grades.
Yeah.
I chose to stop doing the work
Right.
Yeah.
because it wasn't popular to do the work.
Right.
But then here's some crazy stuff. We were all supposed to not be doing work.
I love this. This is the best stuff ever.
Come to find out, it wasn't but a couple of us dummies that wasn't doing the work.
Right. You was real about this. They was under
Oh, man,
that.
hey, I tell you, hey, man, they was, hey, me and my boy Donald talk about this. We'll talk about this sometime. They was have the girls carry their books to class. I wasn't carrying no books for real.
Right.
So actually, that's why I say loser. I'm talking about loser shit, man. Like that ain't real. That wasn't nothing real about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I can't say I was a bad student. I just stopped doing the work.
Right. Right.
And then I kept going. Listen, I remember me and Lawrence used to get to school.
Still going all day.
Hey, listen.
Still come to
Listen,
school.
no, listen. We would still go to school. I remember me and Lawrence would get to school. It'd be after first period.
Yeah.
Man, if we get caught by the principal, he just say, "Man, go ahead, try again tomorrow."
Bro, they just said that about Michael Wright. No, not Michael Wright.
Steve Wright. Steve Wright said Griff would tell him, man, bro, just come.
No, go try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't let us just try again tomorrow.
Let's take a quick break real quick so we can line something up, and then we'll be right back, y'all.
Every time I come in the press room, you in the press room. Working on our Stars Hot-Tronic heat press. Using all the vinyl. Making all the picture tees. I like vinyl. I'm about to just load these boxes up. I'm out your way.
Man, you gotta be a crazy little brother to get fired on your day off. What you get caught stealing boxes for?
Man, I didn't get caught stealing no boxes. He said he caught me though.
You get our rent paid.
Why don't you go in there and ask the girls real fast to see if they help us pay our rent?
That don't sound like a bad plan at all.
What's up, Pop? What's up, Smokey?
I'm trying to set up a meeting with the girls, man.
Okay.
Y'all wanna help me and Craig pay our rent?
Craig still owe me money from the last time he got me. He gotta learn a lesson. He shouldn't be stealing. Go ask him to tell that girl from last night to give him some money.
What they say? They said it's slow for real. I might just ask boss when we get our job that night. Of course you can. Yeah!
Back, P. It's on you, bro.
So you went from stealing candy bars to stealing cars. You know what
For
I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah. But yet again, that was one of them status symbols in the street life.
Right.
Like you had to graduate like to something bigger
Right.
for more props.
Right.
And like we stealing cars without. Listen, we stealing cars and everybody lying saying they taking them to the chop shop. We was stealing cars, having fun driving around.
Yep.
And we'll drive the stolen car back to the lot to go steal another car. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Wasn't nobody making no money.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wasn't nobody making no money. So there we go again. We're stealing cars to go up to the schools that we don't go to. So hold on. Wait, no. We're supposed to be in school,
Right.
but instead of going to school to see the same people you drove up to show you in a stolen car.
Man, I have to pause you in this story just to harken back to another story.
Yeah.
I love you, Tina Shaw, but I gotta go back down the street. You remember the story of Tina Shaw, right? She is the female hustler. You know what I'm saying? And she used to say like she didn't like the square boys in school. She liked the boys that pulled up in those stolen cars.
Yeah.
So there was a hot commodity to it. Like y'all wasn't doing it for no reason. It was like the chicks like y'all.
I think I know who Tina is, right?
Okay. Respect.
As you should.
No, respect. All respect.
Yeah,
All respect. Dog. I'll do it. And she might be a year older than me, maybe the same age, but Tina best with the guys older than us.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what she said.
That's what she said.
No. She used to call us little boys.
Yeah.
Tina Shaw, you always been a baller. We love you.
For sure.
Definitely. That's exactly her.
That's what she calls us little boys.
Her
you know what I
nickname
mean?
is Star.
Yeah, we little boys. Those definitely.
Yeah. So eventually you get into the drug trade. So like, what was your introduction to selling drugs?
So, I used to try, like, my mom used to try to still discipline me. You know what I mean? And I couldn't, I wouldn't accept her discipline for whatever reason or not. So I would go stay over my stepmother's house. Okay. And at this time I did this, it was my brother and my cousin that was there. And so my stepmother was in prison at the time. So my cousin, like, he's selling drugs, right? He like, if you're gonna stay here, you're gonna do something.
Okay.
So my first time selling drugs was out of the house, out of my stepmom's house, so I can stay there. And I sold them for my cousin, and actually, I think I didn't even make no money. That was the first time I ever sold.
Right.
I also went down, like, if you coming from our area, you know about Mama Lou's.
For sure.
And being down in that area. So my first round, 15, I'm down there selling $10 bags of cocaine.
Had cracks came out yet, bro?
Crack hadn't really. So this is all the same time. So crack is starting to come, but it hadn't. It wasn't nothing.
Right.
It was nowhere near like nowhere near, nowhere near. It was still all about the powder.
Right.
At this moment.
And dating, about when do you think crack started
So
making this
at
power?
this time, this is 85 for me.
85, okay.
86, it got a little bit more.
Yeah.
So interesting, around 86. So I go to juvenile. Okay. I get sent to juvenile for stealing a car, and while I'm gone, like when I was still selling powder and little rocks from my cousin. By the time when I was gone, I'll be calling home, and they're telling me like, man, like they be talking about the block, and then they talking about $50 blocks, right? Yeah. And I'm like, what is that? And then they'll send me pictures, and everybody in the pictures got the money spread out.
Yeah.
Like,
So I mean, this is in the transition. Like I was gone like 9 months or so.
Okay.
So it was a transition. Now everything has changed. So I left where there wasn't a whole lot of
Money in it. for real.
Right.
And I come home, everybody
eat.
like they got blocks. They got them in Arlington courts. They got them in Summit courts. They got they're standing outside now.
Yeah.
I left, wasn't no standing outside.
Right.
Except at Mama Lou's in that whole little area down there.
Yeah.
And then whatever that one street is, but in that whole area, that thing.
Yeah.
They were standing out selling rocks now.
Right.
So it changed like that fast.
Right.
And it was crazy because now I come home, and now everybody got money.
Yeah.
Everybody got new, like we were stealing for new shoes.
Not
when I left.
pretending
Yeah.
no more. They finally really got it.
Like they got shoes and they dressing and like now we're like our age group is the it guys. Like now we're 16, 17, 18 and everybody trying to earn and get and do what they do and get their respect from another level. We got cars now.
Right.
Everybody getting cars or riding with somebody with a car.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So it's not stealing cars really as much as it is. Now it's about hustling.
I want to pause in the story, man, just to think about something. So, Spike Lee, our good brother Spike Lee, he produced this film called Chirac, and it got terrible reviews or whatever. They're saying there's no way it's possible like this will work. So the premise of the movie is that women say, you know what I mean? Because like women are the tastemaker right now. I see this silly post about men wearing the little small little daddy shorts, whatever.
Hoochie daddy shorts.
Hoochie daddy shorts, right? So women have that much power to say, you need to be X, Y, Z to F with me, right? That was the whole movie's about, saying, hey, if you guys will continue to keep killing each other, you ain't getting no nookie at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Do you feel that if women value things other than monetary, money type of things, such as the intellectual, the person who has respect for you, and they put a lot of value in that, would that change people's perspective on being that?
Hey, you know what? No. Because see, let's just first of all, I'm from the era when you talked up on something.
Okay. Yeah. Like
See,
spit your game. Yeah.
You spit game.
Right, for sure.
You went to the girl and you said, hey, what's your name? You know what I mean? Can I get your number?
Right.
And then you called her on the phone.
Yeah. And you on
And
that
you rapped
phone.
the tapes.
There you go. Yeah.
Getting money cut out that process.
There you
Yeah.
go. Right.
On top of all the work you put in.
Okay.
Made it easier.
Okay.
But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, I can't speak for nobody else, but I don't believe that we put in work for women. It wasn't about the woman. It wasn't about the woman and it wasn't about the money. It was about the props. It was about the love.
Okay.
It's about the respect.
Okay.
See, we all were people who didn't have it at home.
That's hard.
So we thought we was going to change our world with this game.
Right.
Because that's really the only way we see. Look, we from Dayton. It was GM or bus, Frigidaire or bus,
Yeah.
NCR or bus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dayton Tire got gone. So we talking about you either like.
You literally have nots. Yeah. Literally.
So you saying you graduate and then what?
Right. You go work at Whirlpool.
But we never said college. We always said high school. Right. So when you see people that walk, my boy Donald walked.
Right.
But he hung with us.
Right.
He ain't do nothing. we would do the same thing. And so it was about props, it was about respect, it was about the love. It was what you got when you hit the streets. It's like that paid in full. When my man say, "What's up, B? Yo, B, you know, I need some love tonight. Let's go out tonight."
Yeah.
He didn't say I need no money. He said he needed some love. Right. And we was all after that. Right. Man, it was the same pool of women chasing the same pool of guys. It wasn't like you would, like if you found a diamond in the rough, somebody that went to Trotwood and didn't nobody know. Yeah. Or Uber Heights. Yeah, but we really wasn't after that.
Damn, right.
So I can't tell you that would change. I just don't think that that was what we was after. Right. We just wanted to be respected and loved.
Okay. So like eventually, you know what I'm saying, like you're selling drugs, but you also start
tipping. But see, I got introduced to that by the OGs when I was 15.
How so?
They rolled it up. They were smoking it.
Yeah, Katina Shaw actually spoke on that as well. She was saying it went from the dude she was with was selling it and he smoking it.
I mean, they introduced us to that. And like the OGs started, that's how I got introduced to it. Right. And because I have I learned this through programming, right? I got some real program conversation too, right? Yeah. But I have an addicted personality. So it wasn't really, I used the drugs, but also I still was searching for the same thing that I always needed, that same love. So I found it in the drugs. If I didn't have the drugs, I actually didn't need the drugs.
Right, okay.
But if I had them, that's what I was gonna do with them.
Yeah. Right.
But if I didn't have them, I was actually cool with it. I've never really put it on an act. The thing that the drug users did to me is it took me from being Horace G. Right. It took my confidence, my self-esteem, the little bit that I did have. And it took me from being respected as a person that takes care of their business. And I wasn't. Right. For where you can count on me to be there for you. Yeah. I wasn't there for you no more.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And so like it did a lot. It made me hide.
Did you realize that while you was actually going through that though?
Man, when you going through it, you going through it.
Yeah.
You got to get out of it to see it.
Yeah.
Like you get what I'm saying? Like so when I was going through that, like it was like like it's crazy because on one side, you know you who you are, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then you go over here and it beat you down and you in this hiding. So you gone for 2 or 3 days. Nobody can find you. But it really not because you're using, but you're really hiding because you know you fucking up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you know that you ain't you.
Man.
You know that people counting on you. Like you know all this.
Yeah.
There was one night, man, and like it's one night we coming from Spunky's, me and Steve-O. And it's snowy outside, weather bad in the mug, right? And I'm right in the midst of this storm of, I ain't getting money no more, I'm getting high.
Yeah. Right.
I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I mean? And so like, Steve come get me, we go to Spunky's, we hang out, we drunk, and he just get to driving crazy in the mug. But he crying. And he crying, he telling me, bro, man, I love you, man. He's like, man, we all look up to you. He's like, man, you out here like this, man. Like
Steve-O telling you this?
Yeah, he's telling me this. He crying.
Yeah.
And it's snowing, man. Like, it's crazy. And then we end up running up on a hill. It was crazy. God was with us, right?
Man, no doubt.
We went all the way up on this hill, and it just the car tail, and just came back down, and we hit the road. We got on the road. It was crazy. But he was crying. He was telling me, it was like that moment, and like, you want to be something. It was like I didn't have it to turn it around. I did not want to be here.
Right.
I just did. I had it. I knew what I wanted.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the juice.
Yeah. I hear you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm telling you I can understand when a person like time is close. So let me tell you something about time.
Yeah, man.
Let me tell you something about time one time before we get back on track, right? Let me tell you something. People don't understand that when I'm not going to say they, but I'll say they. They messed up when they gave me time. Because they gave it to the right one.
Yeah.
Because I understood that time was the most valuable thing you can have.
Man.
And they giving out time like it ain't nothing. And I took the time that they gave me and I said, oh, I got your ass now.
You get a point.
Yeah, for sure.
You get it, man, bro. You dropping.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Man.
For sure.
Wow.
So like, what was the life-changing altercation that led to you being incarcerated?
So look. Let me give you the most impactful moment of that journey that lasted.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't want to be living the life I was living no more. I didn't want that. And so I was sleeping on somebody's couch. And I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. I was Horace G, sleeping on somebody's couch, homeless.
Right.
That hurt.
Broken.
Yeah, man.
Broken.
I'm hurt. And listen, so I used to watch crazy at night. Everybody be asleep. I'll be up. I'm on that couch, and I used to watch 5 Heartbeats every night.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to the part where Eddie Kane and his woman, they in the church at the end.
Yeah.
And they singing that song, I feel
Yeah.
like going on.
Yeah.
And man, I used to cry. And I used to pray to God, take me away from this life. I ain't want this life no more. This wasn't it. This wasn't it for me.
Right.
Yeah.
You get? So, fast forwarding over a few months of this, like I didn't want this life like this. I didn't want to live like this. But I felt I had no choice. So I made a decision. I'm going to do something about it. So I said, I'm going to sell drugs because that's the only thing I can do to get off the I don't have no other way.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get a job. So I did. I got a job.
Yeah.
As a freaking security guard. You heard me?
Yes.
Horace freaking G. God dang,
Horace G.
They gave me a uniform.
G, baby.
Hey, let's get it. Talk about it, right? But I also had other little small, like I did the temp service stuff. I was really trying to, turn this thing around.
Yeah.
So here's how I handle myself from getting high. I would actually I wasn't living in the wood at the time. I was living up here off Salem. And I would ride my bike to the hood.
Yeah.
Sell dope. And then ride it back up out the way. But I didn't remember, if I didn't have it, I didn't get high.
Right.
So I would leave the dope. Keenan Kid, if you out here, if you listening, my boy Keenan, Keenan, one of my good guy friends. So I grew up with 2 sets of friends. My bad guy friends and my good guy friends.
Yeah.
Okay, Keenan was one of my good guy friends. So I would hide my dope on his porch, under his porch furniture.
Yeah.
When I would leave.
Yeah.
He never knew.
So that way you ain't have it.
So I didn't sell none. I stopped. I didn't sell none after and I didn't deal with it.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this thing. It's working.
Okay.
And one day it's crazy. So we standing up. Look, the thing that really changed my life, man. I'm not gonna go that deep into that.
Okay.
Because that affected more than just me.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? But it was a life-altering moment, and it saved 2 lives that day.
Yeah.
And it changed 2 lives that day.
Yeah.
And I'm not no glorified for real gangster, trying to glorify gangsterism. I'm trying to glorify change.
Yeah.
And stand for it. So that thing that really was that best thing that ever happened to me still has pain on it, attached to it for somebody else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we ain't gonna be that. We
Yeah.
ain't gonna be that. I ain't gonna represent that.
I know exactly what
I know what
get
you mean.
what I'm saying?
I know exactly what
But I'll tell you this. That day, when I got caught,
There we go.
I sat down on the bed after all the hoopla, because it was a little bit of hoopla about me getting caught.
Mm-hmm.
After all that took place, I sat on that bed And I remember going,
Relief.
just exhale.
Yeah.
And it wasn't about just that moment. Wasn't even about it.
Right. Your opportunity to fix. Yeah.
I
man,
didn't even
hear
know.
You, bro.
I just knew I was tired.
Yeah.
Right. So, you know, some like legendary quote from your book. You said, "When I built this plan, my life wasn't what I wanted to be. I was at my lowest point I've ever been. I was sitting in prison. I lost my father, grandfather, my girl, and her new man was right in prison sleeping across from me."
Man, real talk.
That's
Real talk.
Run that back one more time.
yeah.
I mean, I heard lost his father, his grandfather, and what was it?
And my girl and her new man is right in prison sleeping across from me.
Yeah.
I got in trouble just about every day, and I was in and out of the hole so often the officers knew me on sight. Things had never been worse.
Never. And so when we talking about facing you and facing your reality, so there's that other. Here will life go. Yeah, I'm that thing. I'm a gangster. I'm thorough. What?
Right.
What you want?
Right.
Okay, that's the front.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is, you hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You done got smashed.
Yeah.
January 7th, my dad died. January 9th, my grandfather died. Calling home to check on my mom and the fam. My girl say, "This it. I ain't riding no more." Listen, she made the right decision. I didn't see it then, didn't understand it then, but they still together today. So obviously she did the right thing for herself.
Yeah.
Right.
All props to them.
Yeah.
And
No
what they
doubt.
doing and how they holding it down. But the pain that caused, it forced me to dig in some side of me that was greater than anything. See, what that did was force me to be Boss Fitness. See, Boss got birthed in that joint.
Yeah.
See, I knew I was somebody. I just wasn't nobody at the time.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
had to go get it inside of me. So I stopped. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you something that goes with this. So in 1995, I'm walking into the dorm in Six House at Orient. And I was walking into the dorm after being on the yard working out. And as soon as I walked in the dorm, something hit me and said, "Man, you don't even love yourself." I said, "Yeah, I do."
Mm-hmm.
Man said, "If you love yourself, why you be putting yourself through all this?" From that day, I began the journey of loving me.
Right.
See, that was the difference. So when I got smacked like that, see, on top of that, all that, I had just got 5 more years too. I had only did 4 at the time. So I got 5 more years at the parole board, and then here come this.
It was an avalanche.
But it wasn't an avalanche. It was a revelation. It was an unveiling of
Right.
this dog that's inside of me.
Yeah.
It's finally me getting the opportunity, giving myself an opportunity to step up to who I've been saying I was this whole freaking time.
Right, man.
And so, see, I can tell you the sad song about this, but I'm gonna tell you the glory about it.
Yeah.
Because I started walking so hard
Yeah.
in that joint. My man, his boys, they eat, visits going down, everybody talking crap about me. They like, "Yeah, your girl coming," all that.
You locked up. She done got another dude
That's what he there. Look, but what took place was I started walking so hard. I started standing on me.
Right.
I started counting on me. Admitting that I was a loser was the best thing that happened to me. Because I figured out how to be a winner. Let me tell you how easy it is to be a winner if you're a loser. Do the freaking opposite of what you're doing. I didn't need no scientists. I didn't need no psychology. I started changing the game by changing the way I was seeing me. And then listen, I was working. I've been working out my whole life. I ain't never been fat. I ain't never been a big guy.
Yeah.
I've always had them guns, though.
Yeah.
But let me tell you what I did. I read a fitness magazine for the first time.
Flex magazine.
For the first time. I was working out without even knowing it. Leading crews and everything. And I said, "Shit, this is what I'm going to do."
Yeah. Man, I love it.
Then I started building. And here's the, you know what's so crazy about my guy, you know what I mean, slept across from me, man. We were still homies. So we in Columbus. So we still gotta maintain our energy.
Our rapport with each other, for sure.
To maintain our energy.
Yeah.
And the reality is that it really wasn't about, like, as much as it took a lot for both of us.
Yeah, of course.
But we weren't mature enough for this because it didn't have anything to do with us for real.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It really didn't have anything to do with us. That's a decision that was made by somebody else who got the right to make a decision.
Right.
He didn't want to be sitting across from me.
Right.
Fuck it out of here.
Yeah,
Who the
but
fuck wanted that?
the
He would
last
rather
thing he
he would rather been at the crib.
Right.
Right.
For sure.
And at that time, man, it was like a dig. You had to dig. I had to dig into myself. And after that, after being that, I actually got a shot to go back and get out.
Okay. Walk us through that.
So, my boy, my man, Steve, Steve-O, and he mad at me. He had been mad at me about some things that I didn't do. So, you know, I went to try to get out of jail the wrong way the first time. Like when they gave me the 5 years.
Give me an example of the wrong way of trying to get out of
Okay. When they gave me 5 years, instead of me doing the self work that I needed to do,
You thought you was going to front it.
no, I was gonna front it first of all, but I was gonna hustle up the money in the penitentiary and buy a lawyer.
Okay.
Same thinking. Ain't changed.
Right.
Ain't changed one bit.
Right.
So I called Steve and say, man, meet me halfway. He bring his half of the money. I buy dope with it in the penitentiary. I jacked the money up. Nothing worked out. Cool. So he upset with me for that. So I ain't heard from him. So I'm sitting in there. I done blew my shot. Now I ain't got no chick. Now I ain't got no money to the store. I'm having hard. Like, it's hard. I'm going to the store. I'm going to every meal. My boy, Scooby Saunders.
Yeah.
Man. So now me and Scoob think it's thieves at this point. And he doing real good, man. He giving me food, stuff, helping me out, man.
Right.
Giving me shoes, keeping me, keeping my head up. Like, it was hard.
Yeah, he looking out.
Yeah, for real. And so Steve-O finally come around. He sent me a letter, sent me like 100 pictures from spring break.
Okay, so yeah.
So now, if you know anything about penitentiary and you got these kind of pictures,
that's kind of
you hot.
Yeah.
You know, I got pictures, like I got 100. Like, I got pictures, you know. And so he sent me a letter, apologize, because we thicker than that.
Yeah.
Don't be letting nobody come between us, is what he said. I got you. Call me at this number. We putting John Ryan on a three-way.
John Ryan, big dog.
Yeah.
We gonna get this thing took care of.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
So I called him at the time. We on a three. Matter of fact, the call is in the office, at John's office.
yeah.
Steve sitting there. That's how it went.
Right.
We got you. You coming home.
Okay.
So I said. So at the time, Pat Mulligan was still with John Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So Pat, my guy, shout out to Pat. I ain't
Yeah.
talked to him in a while.
Shout out to
I ain't
Mulligan,
needed
too.
you, bruh, in a long time.
Yeah.
I hope you out here doing okay, but Pat, I don't need you, dog. But for sure. So Pat get my case. He holding it down. They get me. One day I'm sitting there chilling. They say, Gullatte, pack it up.
how do you feel in that moment right there? Is there a bit of being scared to come back out into this new world after sitting, or is there, like, what is your original thoughts?
Yeah, it's like that particular time. I was like nervous, anxious, all wrapped into one. But I'm keeping it 100. I'm glad I didn't get out that time. I was not ready to get out. I was not. Now, I wanted out. Do
Right.
not get it twisted. They had to turn the key.
Right.
I'd have hit the ground running.
Right.
So the time that they said pack it up, you didn't get out that time?
No.
Okay, come on. No, let's go.
man.
Keep
So
going. Let's
it was to come back for super shock probation.
Okay.
That's what they had at that time.
Okay, wow.
So everybody know that if you go back, you don't come back. You out. So everybody know that. That's how that went.
Right.
If they don't bring you back to tell you no, they bring you back to let you out.
Right.
So man, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Now I have been working on fitness, but let me tell you where the fitness was. Not going home with me. It was
Right.
staying in the joint. I was coming back. Hey, I'm keeping it 100. Hey, listen. Hey, Steve-O like, man, you ain't got to do nothing, man. Everything right, man. You just gonna
Yeah.
do this. I'm like, nah, dog, you gonna do this. Give me the pack,
Yeah.
the pistol, and the car, and bro, I'm good. Well, this is where we talk about the best thing that ever happened to you are the worst things that you think at the moment of the time. Right?
Yeah.
Because see, now they send me back based off of nothing that had to do with the case. Somebody decided that they didn't want me out on the streets. So they told a lie. The lie was believed. But I don't think that person didn't do that as much as the process. See, this was a part of the plan.
Yeah.
Important.
Right.
See, I didn't see it like that now.
Yeah.
This is 52-year-old man. This
Yeah,
is a grown
yeah.
man now talking.
Right.
At the time, man, I didn't see it that way. I was hurt that the person took a swipe at me like this
That's your most vulnerable moment to you.
and sent me back to the penitentiary.
Well, wait, I want to rewind because I ain't clear about something. So they call you. They say, pack it up.
pack it up.
All right. They say, pack it up. And then what happened after they said, pack it up?
I pack it up and they take me back to the county jail.
Oh, they take you to the county jail, but don't release
in
you.
the county jail.
You're in the county jail.
Waiting. All I gotta do is go to court,
Right.
get all the terms.
Right.
And
I'm
then
out.
you are.
And then you
I
out.
got Pat Mulligan.
Right.
I'm
But
out.
but before you can get out, somebody made up a lie.
Look.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the cell. Now, I ain't seen videos
Yeah.
in freaking forever.
Right.
They had videos in the county. Going down, baby. Come in the bag. Hey, I'm like, hey, boy. I'm watching. Listen. I'm like this all day.
Yeah.
I'm like this. Boy, I'm like, booty shaking out, man. Listen, I had been gone 6 years at the time. Hey, man, I was all in the videos. I'm sitting there watching the video.
Like, I cannot wait.
Man, I can't wait.
Right.
Can't wait. They call me. They say you got a lawyer visit, and I'm like, what's up? So I go, what's up, Pat? He cussing me out. You stupid, man. We got you all the way down here to get you out, and you done went and did this and did this and did this, and I'm like, Pat, I didn't do that. I didn't do it.
Right.
I was supposedly had made a phone call and threatened somebody's life. And I said it to that day. I did not do that.
Right.
And I promise you that I did not do that now.
Right.
Right.
With
Right.
100%.
Right.
I did not do that. And that letter that was written by this individual with that fear for their life, the judge said, man, I can't let you out. And I'm like, dude, I didn't do it.
Right.
But it was absolutely no proof that you had did this other than the letter, the word of the.
I didn't do it.
Right.
I didn't do it.
Right. Of course.
I didn't do it.
Yeah. No. I believe I'm with you 100% on that.
To me, but let me go ahead. So when they told me, no, you're going back.
Yeah.
I go back up to the cell. I call Donald, and I tell him what happened. And I can tell him this is me and Donald been best friends. Me, him, and Steve, we come from playpens.
Yeah.
Our grandparents were like within a 7-house radius. Our parents, our mothers went to school. Like we been together a while. So
Yeah.
I know dude. So when I'm talking to him, I'm like, okay, what's up? And I was like, man, you don't believe me, do you? I said, you don't believe I didn't do it? He's like, man, I'm gonna keep it 100. No. But so that was another reason for me to understand something. I had put in so much work the wrong way.
Right.
That even when I didn't do it, I done it.
Man, that's so hard, bro.
My favorite story was the Tony Ruby Sr. Episode, which was my favorite episode, and he said, "I'm not who's on this paper. Like I am different than what y'all got on this paper."
Mm-hmm.
and he'll be in sentence on what's on that paper.
Well, he is completely stopped. Tony Ruby.
So hold on.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand this. That's my little brother.
Tell-
So little bro, if you get word of this, I got you out here. No, that's my little brother for real.
Man, y'all remind me of brothers.
Yeah, cause he's
Y'all remind me of brothers.
That's crazy.
Cause he been looking like me our whole life.
Y'all sound alike.
He's been that's my little brother.
Wow.
Not literally. And
Yeah.
when he hears this, he gonna be texting me talking stuff.
Yeah.
This is how we talk to each other. He just texted me on Sunday talking about, hey, tell your wife I said hi. Tell her you try to be like me.
Right.
We just be joking out.
Bro,
That's my
y'all
guy.
are
guy.
bro.
What's
I would love for you two to come in here together
Amen.
and bro, and let's just build and
First
just
of
chop
all-
it.
First of all,
Yes.
we be non-stop because
Yes.
we don't stop. We don't
Right.
go.
Right.
Hey man, we got old school pictures. I got a blown up old school picture I found of us. One him and I had took at the Ohio State Fair back in '88. It's in
Yeah.
my basement in my man cave.
Oh, that's all.
No, that's my guy.
Bro, you gotta send us that.
That's my guy.
Man.
That's my guy. Westwood, man.
Man, like y'all are my big bros,
guy.
man. Real shit.
That's crazy. See,
Like
all that gas.
all day, man. Like
That's my guy.
just the build is major.
So you put the residue, you put in this kind of work, and you try to earn this reputation. And when at times that reputation that you was trying to earn affects you when you're trying to change.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna keep it honest.
Mm-hmm.
What they said I didn't do.
Right.
What they thought I was gonna do, I wasn't gonna do.
Right.
Right.
That I can guarantee.
Right.
But what I said I was going to do,
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna do that either.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Get it?
For sure.
Right.
So sending me back was the greatest test I ever had. Because they
Right.
put me back in the same bed, across from the same guy, getting the same energy he was getting already. And I remember when I got back, everybody was like, man, they was hurting. They took me around, we smoked a joint, right? They passed the first joint around. And they was getting ready to light up another one. I'm like, no, I'm good. I hadn't even made up my bed. I sat on my bed and I said to myself, I said, look, bro, you've been running around this joker talking about you Superman, you a gangster, you thorough, you got this, you about that life. It's about time for you to step up and be real. And that's the moment that I actually clicked it in. And that's when James started coming to the surface. See, Horace G was that person that I had developed.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a different personality.
Yeah.
You know, this is song Jay-Z I like. He say, what he say, Sean is on some gospel stuff, but I'm on the total opposite.
Yeah.
James is on some different things than what Horace is on. And I always got to make sure that Horace stays in that door inside of me, locked, caged, double bolted. He can't come out. He messes our life up. He jacks us up.
Yeah.
Even though we're the same, we're not the same.
Right.
Horace will quit. Jay don't quit.
Yeah.
Jay get his.
Yeah.
Horace will give up. I can tell you, and I know I got a route. Let me tell you a really true story about this,
all,
right?
man.
So, like, look, at the height of my career, and I'm still at the height. I'm experiencing things, but at the height of my career started. My whole world started being knocked down, and I couldn't see it.
Yeah.
Things were being taken from me, and I realized, and it took like a 2.5 years for me to hit rock bottom again.
Right.
And rock bottom was in my mind. Let me explain what I mean. Things started leaving when things were like
Good, in a good
full.
place.
I mean,
Yeah.
and things started happening. I lost my ace in the hole, which when he went his direction, he took half of the business with him. Okay?
Yeah.
And from there, things started happening. My manager started losing all these different things, right? But what I didn't understand, that it took 2.5 years for me to finally purge myself of Horace G. That last two, and this happened just several months ago. And I mean this by saying I was approached. See, I have this thing what I do. I love the iPhone. Let me tell you why I love the iPhone. Because they got this thing called block this caller.
Get another boy.
Hey, I love the iPhone, right? So look, I'll go through my phone and once you start tapping into Horace in our dealers, I block you.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll never even tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I started doing, I started unblocking them people and letting them back in, to the point that I was approached that it would be straight anonymity if I put the money up.
Like they'll go back to doing the old.
Yeah.
Horace G.
Yeah. So look, I'm literally in the bank talking to the guy, and the guy says, I can't give it to you today, but we order it on Monday, you'll have it on Thursday.
Right. Yeah.
So then he went and did, I'm in there for a couple things. So he went and was doing what the other thing I was in there for. Then he says, come back. He said, you still want to do it? I said, nah. I went, sat in my truck, and I was in there for 5 minutes, and everything rolled through. From the height that I thought was, but it wasn't the height.
Right.
It wasn't the height. Like my little brother, the guy that like, he wasn't the one. He wasn't set for that. So he wasn't intentionally at me.
Right.
The manager that came in that I thought separated us, she wasn't intentionally at me. It was all of these tools being used and moving out of the way so I can get everything out of me so I can get to the next level. Because the greatness is inside of me is so fucking off the chain that he got me doing something that looked normal, but it ain't what everybody can do.
Exactly.
Right.
And he took it out of me. And so that day I'm sitting in there, the weight that went off my shoulders when I actually realized that was it.
Yeah.
There's no more to this. No more. To be totally real with you, one of the reasons I wouldn't do this interview before was because I ain't cool with talking about Horace G.
Right.
Until a few months ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
So now here I am. And I realized that everything has been a part of the journey because of the greatness. See, the problem I think that people ask me all the time, you drink coffee? Hell no.
Right. I'm solar powered.
Yeah, I'm like this 24/7.
Yeah.
This is what I do. This is what I do.
I wake up hype. Like
Man, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Right. Because I have a purpose, though. And when you got a purpose, it's easier to get up.
It is.
And I ain't winning and happy. No. I'm happy and winning. I'm good regardless. If you don't know, check the record or go back to the joint.
Right.
Go back to me being a janitor. See, we ain't got to the part where I got out and I planned to be a janitor. See, I planned to be a janitor.
Yeah.
You know why? First of all, I'm smarter than the average bear. I knew I had a record and I knew I was a black man.
Yeah.
What's the easiest job that I could get?
Yeah.
Job that nobody else want to do.
They'll let me clean the freak up.
Yeah.
Look, I did 10 years in the can, right?
Mm-hmm.
They gave me keys to a fitness center.
Let's go. Let's
You
go.
get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But I went to clean up the gym so I can learn how to run a gym from the bottom up.
Yeah.
See, I made the plan that had the bright lights, and then I bagged him on up and how to get there.
Yeah.
So my plan is a 21-year plan.
Right.
I won that round.
And I mean, and also, I mean, like from your book, you said like, so you did 10 years and then you were homeless for 12 years.
So here's how it went. I was homeless for a couple years before I went.
Okay.
And while I'm in jail, I don't have an address.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't have an address, so I was
Yeah.
homeless.
Yeah.
Here's the crazy part about it. It took me, after serving 10 years, it took me 4 extra months to get out because I didn't have no place to go. And then they just throw you out. They had this thing, they just put you out. And so I went to a halfway house in Columbus, and I got picked up. Listen, getting out of jail, man, let me go ahead and tell you some shit. Right?
Yeah.
You think it looked like, yay, yeah, okay, go now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It don't look like it, but it didn't look like that for me.
Right.
I remember within 2 hours of me being released after doing 10 years, I'm sitting on the couch looking at the dudes I just seen last week. Because they was in prison last week.
Yeah, they had got out too.
They was in prison. I just seen
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And I remember saying, this it? Like, this it?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
it? So like, we go back to that remark about me learning to love myself. Because if you don't get this love game down about you, you're going to lose. The world is designed to tear you down, not build you up.
Yes.
And you got to be able to take that energy, what's inside, and be able to hold on. Because I'm telling you, look, I'm here on a legendary podcast to talk about my past and my present.
Absolutely.
So that means you're remembering my past. It ain't just you. A
Yeah.
bunch of people around here remember that.
Yeah.
And they're going to come as such. And the thing about it is, not only am I a man with a past, I'm a successful black man.
Hit your mic, Jay. Yep.
Am I there? It's good.
Yeah, you lit.
Yeah, I'm a successful black man with a past.
Absolutely.
So try that one out.
For sure. So like you get your first gym, and then like you work your way through that. What's your name? Sally Crane Cox. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, listen. Let me go ahead and tell you.
The importance of her in your life.
Listen. You never know when a person's paying attention to you and watching you. That's why you got to be sharp at all times. And I trained her. I was training her, and the whole time I was training her, her husband at the time and a friend of theirs, they were paying attention to me.
Yeah.
They was watching how I was effective in old boys' gym.
Okay.
And how they were not treating me as such. They were we'd be in the gym. It's his gym. And none of the trainers, him and none of the trainers would even talk to me. Like, in surface, when people around, we all got a great
how you doing?
but once everybody was gone, we didn't even talk.
Right.
Well, man, I was in a joint, man. I slept my bunkie 6 months. We ain't talking. Man, that ain't got nothing to do with it, man.
Right.
Like, dude, you tripping, man.
Right.
I'm at Boss Fitness, bro. I ain't at this.
Right.
You know what I mean? But like, so at one particular time, she comes to me and she says, hey, we've been paying attention to you, we've been watching you, and we knew that you knew how to run a facility. We just wanted to see if you had any loyalty. And she says, we see now that you have loyalty. How can I help you get your own gym?
Man, that is so cool.
I mean, they got the legendary handshake in the same moment of your inception of getting your first store.
Mm-hmm. Well, same thing. I was just working at a place and working there, loved it. And they was going to close down. But instead of them closing down, I said, well, why don't y'all let me sublease it out from you? Don't close it. I'll just go in and it'll be my business now. And then I'll pay y'all a little extra of the rent, pay the rent and more. And it worked for me. They did it. And I kept it ever since. I never had no formal training, no business school, didn't graduate from high school or none of that. And it worked, man. I mean, when you do stuff that you love to do, you really don't even got to get money for it because you're doing what you love to do, and the money is a bonus.
But it's also when you line yourself up with the universe.
Yeah.
So I don't want to pick on what place a person chooses to follow and how they choose to believe. So it's called a universe.
Yeah.
When you put yourself in line with the universe, then you get what the universe got for you. Yeah. The thing about it is you got to take the smack in the face.
Yeah.
And look, I don't believe I think that you said a comment about everybody that comes in, a lot of the people that come in as legendary, they always kind of humble. Because you don't become legendary being not humble.
Right.
You don't, your intent is not to be legendary. Your intent is to be successful or to be impactful or be productive or achieve something.
Yeah.
And you view it as something that everybody can do.
Right.
That's how you view it as something everybody can do.
Yeah.
And you're probably harder on yourself than you harder on anybody else, okay?
Yeah.
About your route and what you're doing. So here go the deal. When I was I just believe in proper preparation prevents poor performance. And I stayed ready. So when Sally gave me the opportunity to have my own business, I flourished. I jumped at it. I went, got it. I grabbed it by the horns. And she and listen, I did so well that I exceeded her expectations.
Give us that PPP one more time. People look for PPP loans, and you got the PPP. You got the softball now.
Well, you know,
give me the PPP one more
proper
time.
preparation prevents poor performance.
That's hard. That's hard.
So if you stay ready, you never really got to get ready.
For sure.
Sound like one week scream.
Yeah.
And you know, when I would go into prisons and I speak to the guys, I always ask this ultimate question: who in here down for whatever? Who ready for whatever? And everybody, nah. And I say, I don't believe you. I say, okay, well, check this out. You ready to work a job?
Right.
You ready to put 40 in? 60 if you got to?
Right.
You ready to stack that cheese and not buy the car? You ready to ride the bus? You ready to pay your child support without seeing your kid? See, down for whatever is whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
That's the separation between people. See, everybody can talk good. Execution is where you see the result.
Absolutely.
And just because the shine is on don't mean execution is there. We didn't fail for the shine outside of the execution.
Many times over. So, like you also were quoted to say you repudiate the idea of victimization.
I say it again for me.
You repudiate the idea of victimization, such as people saying, "Oh, all the bad things in life just happened to me."
No.
Everything that's bad.
Let me get this twisted. Let me get this straight then. Okay. I feel that if you got an opportunity to save me or save somebody else, you should get them first.
Right. Yeah.
I got me.
Yeah, for sure.
I ain't nobody's victim.
Right.
I'm not stubborn. I'll take help, but what I mean is I ain't nobody's victim. Like, me being black ain't stopped me. Me not having my father in the home didn't stop me. Me not having nobody at the baseball games didn't stop me. Me not, everything that is designed to say 10 years in prison, the G, all that. Nah. It hurt me, but it doesn't stop me.
So I mean, I'm saying so like the book, you have the book. What are these? Also like the.
So these are my workout decks, bro.
Okay.
So
yeah. So just like in the film, you got the book card. You throw it down. Okay, you got to send it in.
And so these are workout decks, and what's so great about my workout decks is like this is actually the full over 20 years of me putting in work.
Okay.
Manifesting into a card deck.
Okay.
And so it's like having me as a personal trainer in your pocket.
Wow.
So every time you shuffle the deck and it's gonna give you a different workout every time. It's never gonna be the same workout unless you put the cards in order the same way.
Right.
So it's like having me right there with you. And we got calisthenics, we got small weights, which the small weights is where you can actually use a weight up to your size. It's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can use this in conjunction with, like, say you already got a program. You can be doing your lifts, do 3 cars or 5 cars in between. Like, man, these can be used anywhere. Well, what I love about them the most, man, you put them in your pocket.
Right. Yeah. Like when you go to the gym, or whatever, you don't want too much stuff on it, but it's a little pack of cards. It ain't light. It ain't pulling your shorts down.
No, none of that.
Yeah.
But this is all, like, this deck, the first deck is the first deck I made. I love this deck because I made it purposefully for just a calisthenic movement, something to get people going. But the next decks is where I put my full training into.
Okay.
So like a lot of these next 4 is like more my style of fitness and my style of how I deliver it. Mm-hmm. And why I'm saying this, let me go ahead and tell you something. That boy Devin Allen, fitness guy out here in Dayton. Mm-hmm. I gotta give a shout out to that kid. Hey, listen, let me go ahead and tell you something. That boy got game. Mm-hmm. Man, bro, if you hear me, bro, listen, man, let's hook up.
Word, okay.
Like, dude got that. He got that it thing.
It factor, okay.
Now, you talking to a guy who has provided a way for men to have their own fitness businesses. Mm-hmm. to pay their child support, to raise their children, to buy homes, buy brand new cars, to make more money than they ever made in the game. I gave a route for that. So when I know talent, I'm telling you, I know talent.
Wow.
That boy got talent.
Wow. Okay.
He got that juice. He got that energy. I like that boy game.
You heard it here live.
Hey, I like that boy game. No, for real, I like that boy game.
Yeah.
Daniel T is my man.
Shout out to Daniel T.
All day.
Yeah.
That Devin Allen guy, he got that fitness.
Word.
He got that game. He got that juice.
Okay,
for sure.
yeah, man. I like
For
to
sure.
hear that, man.
For sure, he got that juice.
So here on the Legendary People podcast, there's this thing called the butterfly effect. Either something you said in the course of the interview or something I found in the course of my research that I found was truly profound and amazing, bro. Like, I remember just going back speaking to Daniel T about this. Like, I interviewed Daniel T, and at the time when we were in talks of interviewing you, he told me, bro, make sure you do everything. He's a serious dude. Like, so to me, like, mind you, everybody get the same screen. I've interviewed everybody. You're the first person I literally went through and read their book because I wanted to make sure I was all the way on point for you. You know what I'm saying? So don't mistake me coming in right when everyone started. I wasn't prepared, bro. I was
All right.
You know what I mean?
You still got the point because you know I was here first. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, for sure. But like instance, so I did research on this, right? And it is so hard to get people to just follow anybody. So in the prison system of 2,000 men, only a small percentage even attend the programs that they offer. And the fact that you started your own workout regimen to get them to actually come and then you know what I'm saying, like a doctor to your program, shows how truly legendary and what favor you have on people. Because like Tony Ruby, which is your little brother, as you said already.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for saying that
You know what I'm
correctly.
saying? You know what I'm saying? He said something that always resonated with me, and it's like, it's called skin in the game, such as you've been in places, you've been in situations that scarred you in a certain way that make you fit in places where the person who ain't never been through nothing does. And then, like, that's why I asked you again about your look on victimization. So I have a slogan where I say, be a capitalist, not a victim, right? Where I'm teaching people this small little ways where they can invest and just not just taking your money and spending in the business, not expecting to make no money out of it. You getting your groceries at Kroger's, you should own stock in that. That was my whole thing when it came to the capitalist thing, not the capitalist system.
Yes,
but,
for sure.
But like my mindset. So me researching this, it brought back a lot of different things. And then like today when you spoke about your battle with you know what I'm saying, like addiction, you know what I'm saying, like during the time of you hustling, I just look at my big brother, man, and I just say, bro, I love you, bro. Like I literally did. It's hard for me to understand that till you put into like a certain like directions for me, not knowing like my brother when he going away for these couple of days, it ain't he hiding, like he really going through like a raw end deal of it, and to me, I feel like maybe, you know what I'm saying, like this conversation is gonna make me be a little bit more closer to my brother, man. I really appreciate you and everything like you're doing. I mean, what you've been doing is legendary. What you provided me on this has been also legendary, man.
Man, listen, man. We gotta stop trying to anticipate what a person feels based off our own eyes.
Yes.
Cause see, that's what happens. We see it. We looking at them through our own lens, and we coming up with our own answers. And like, but you don't know what your brother really is truly feeling, cause he can't tell you, cause he is ashamed to tell you. He don't even know how. Like, he know what's happening. It's slow motion. But like we have this thing in America, in this world, where we all know every freaking thing. We so freaking smart, and I say this with sarcasm, that we have left empathy and sped up. It's like the grief process. We want to speed through it so fast for other people, and go to expectations that ain't even the word expectation isn't a part of the grief process. But we take them through it. We go understanding. We get mad at them. We go through all that, and then we want them to get on track right fast. Like, you want your brother to tomorrow be already fixed. But the process of him being healed or being fixed is already in process. It took me all of this. Like, it took me to go through, you know, being free. I'm not even gonna call it on top. Being successful in selling drugs, to me getting high and being a bad father and a bad man and, you know, all the other stuff that I did, to falling into prison while I already was doing bad on the streets. On top of that. And then getting out of prison and building my life all over by leaving Dayton, never coming back to live. And all of that just to be standing here today to tell you how much I understand me and how much I love me. And I actually know me better now than I knew me before I walked in this door. So like every part of the process, you constantly are growing and learning and getting to the next level. But what we expect of other people is to get there so fast, but we want them to understand us.
Let me make my observation real quick.
Thank you.
Man, bro, your story. Okay, cool. So, man, your story reminds me a lot of a couple of things. But the movie Trading Places comes to mind, where you can have somebody that is one way. Now, give me a minute. Okay, all right.
You are a completely different person by simply changing the environment of your mind. Not so much of just the environment, because they took him off the streets and put him in some rich place, and he transformed into being this person that was a stockbroker, and he was actually like a genius and good at these things. Like, bro, you said, man, Horace G was sleeping on a couch, and it just wasn't sitting right with you. And at that moment, you told the Most High that you did not want to live this life anymore. And bro, he granted you your wish without you dying.
And so here go the crazy part about why you say that. When I was sitting in that parking lot of the bank, when I didn't get the money, and that 5 minutes that flashed, that everything flashed, some of the things that flashed was me sitting in that abandoned house that didn't have no electricity or nothing. And my chest was about to pop out. My heart was about to pop out of my chest. And I remember praying, just don't let me die right now, because I was so high.
Yeah.
Right? The times that the bullet that they shot, and it should have hit me in the chest, but it didn't. It hit the guy in the leg behind me. Like, all of these things, that's how I know that I'm here for something greater than what I even believe. Because I know I should not, I should be here, but there was so many opportunities for me not. Even in my situation that sent me away, I'm only like a couple centimeters away from not even ever meeting y'all.
Man.
So I understand all that. I have this greatness that's inside of me, and that. But now I will grant and say something really. When I was praying to God, I did reach one time when I was enjoying. I said, "Dang, I asked you to take me away from all this. I didn't mean for you to take me this long." You know what I mean? But I forgot the details of it.
But when we do these Godcasts, right? We always say that this interview, it is to give you your flowers, but it really ain't for you.
1,000.
Man, this interview is for everybody else that has hit their rock bottom. And they in a place, a dark place, and they don't feel like there's any way that they'll ever make it out. But whatever reason, this YouTube video popped up on them, and they got a chance to listen to what you said. And it gives them that little light that they can say, damn. Because, bro, I look at you, bro, I don't see nothing but a real leader, a philosopher. I'm telling you, bro, your perspective and your ability to look at things in a large, big picture is a talent in itself. Like, man, your observation of what you went through, like, you could almost go in and analyze other people to what they go through and point them in the right direction and give them perspective. For sure. But to be able to see the greatness in somebody, man, I'm telling you, bro, like, I tapped in with you when you said, man, this is Horace G, homeless on somebody's couch. And I'm sitting here looking at you as like, you You a legend. I don't know. That was the words that I'm about to say ain't right. I'm not pointing it right, but you like a. I don't know what the example is, bro, but you're made. You're.
Can I give you one?
Yeah, come on.
I'm gonna give you one for real.
Yeah,
I'm just James.
yeah.
That's it, dog.
You right. You are a real man.
But I'm just Jay, though.
Right. I know that, but what I'm saying is,
That's it.
man, you just solid, bro. And when
Thank you.
And to see that, I could never imagine you in any other state. And it was vision, act, next you attract. My equation that I personally want everybody to know I thought of is vision plus action equals attraction.
Most definitely.
You visualize, you act, and then these things manifest for you, bro. And that's exactly what happened for you. And bro, I'm honored that you came here to chop it up with us, bro, in every way, bro.
Oh, most definitely, man.
Real stuff, like
It was
outstanding, man.
You sealed it when I seen you on Daniel T joint. Man.
Yeah.
It sealed it for me, and it made me say, you know what? I want to be supportive. And when I say I'm just James,
Yeah.
because it's so much more to me, but I'm all about the half full,
Yeah.
not the half empty.
Yeah.
See, I see it differently. People say
Perspective, man.
it didn't work. I say, but what if it do?
Yeah.
See, I'm on something else.
Yeah.
I'm always this close away from the. Woo, oh my God.
Yeah.
Man, I'm ready for the boat. They bagging up. Like, I'm ready. And so I stay there, and the reason why I think it stays there is because I still believe in being uplifting to other people. I think, so it's like it was coming not to get me some flowers, but to give y'all some flowers. See, it was different.
Yeah.
It was different for me.
Yeah.
See, I know I'm going to bring energy.
Yeah.
I know I got something.
Yeah.
I ain't worried about that.
Yeah.
But when I seen it, and it was something that you said about how people, they say, why you don't reach out. And you say, well, shit, it go both ways. Right. You don't even know you said that.
Yeah.
And that's where, when I said that, I said, you know what, you're right. Let me do this thing. Wow. So I just, you know what I mean, just bringing what I got.
Bro, you got to come back all the time. Not one more time.
Hey, man.
You got to come back, bro, and just chop it, bro. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Right.
Hey, no. Hey, man, I would love to. And, you know, the cup is runneth over.
Yeah.
To keep it real.
Yeah.
I got it going on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, like real talk, like, you know, I got a wife. You know what I mean? Which is a whole thing you got to take care of.
Yeah.
A few businesses. I got grandbabies jumping off out here.
Yeah.
I got my son.
17.
You know what? I think we up to, you know, we got a bunch of them.
Yeah. At the time of the writing of the book, we had
Time of
this.
the writing. We got a bunch of babies out here, man. And everybody that follow me on my Facebook know I love my babies. You know what I mean? And like, but what my biggest, my next vision and the things I'm on, first of all, I'm on one day at a time.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead. Will Smith, one brick, solid every day.
Yeah.
Forget the wall. It'll get there if you lay one brick solid every day.
Right.
So that's my mission. That's my drive to always stay in the moment for today. Okay. With that being said, there is an ultimate goal that I want to reach, and I want to see 100 people become millionaires.
Yeah.
So let me understand something, that most of us, 90% of Americans become millionaires and don't know it. And if you make $50,000 a year for 20 years, that's $1 million.
Yeah.
It's what you did with the money. So I want to be able to provide a way for 100 people to become millionaires. I want people to be able to retire. I want people to think about, I want men to buy sports cars and go through midlife crises.
For sure.
So, like I have a drive, you know what I mean? And I'm going to do it one day at a time, one brick at a time, with the same energy and the same focus to get it done. Yeah. So I come to be productive and to give, not take. I got me. Like literally, I got me. Everybody knows me say, we ain't worried about you, Jay. You know you're all right. Well, me too.
Right.
I totally can agree with you.
Right.
Never said anything better.
No roadblocks on the right path.
You know what I mean? So most definitely, like I say, but I thank you guys for having me.
Yeah.
Not. You see, no. No, dog. It's different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm telling you how sharp I was. I really was up and prepared. I got myself ready.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I could deliver the best game that I could deliver to be a part of this $1 million journey.
Man, for sure.
We got dreams and goals, and you know what I mean? Even if I just can touch it one time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Man, you know what I mean? If I can get something. You know what I mean? But yeah, for sure, y'all.
So, SMED, you pay some bills real quick?
Yes, sir. All right, y'all, man. Hey, Agnes for lunch, Sheiks for breakfast. If you ever enter Call Attorney Michael Wright, T-shirt Kings, go for your mouth, Dash Resource. Come and see us all. 4301 North Main, man. We here every Sunday at 8 p.m.
Sales like my adults, every 8 o'clock p.m. You know what I'm saying? I'm always on time for that. You know what I'm saying? Ask anybody that's there if I'm ever late and it's lying. And so, bro, we'll let you do the final words.
Words of wisdom, bro. Come on, drop it on us, bro.
Words of wisdom. Change how you think. It changes how you feel.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
And
it,
you
man.
gotta go like me. And you gotta follow me on my IG, man.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get my stuff up right.
Yeah.
I'm out here pumping hard, man.
Right.
Every day I got something for you. Motivational, inspirational, man. Card decks. I got something for you out here, man.
Fire, bro.
Listen, Boss Fitness _ Ohio. Let's
Yes,
get me
sir.
jumping, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
let's get me jumping out here.
Playing cards. Sweet.
And you know what, man? All day. Thank you again, guys. Thank you again for sure, man.
Where we get the book at, bro?
Man, listen, you can go to my website, the Boss Fitness Store.
Yeah.
It got the shirts, the results do matter. It got the books, got all my workout decks, man.
For sure.
Yeah, you just go to my website and go to the Boss Fitness Store.
Oh, the workout decks, bro. Hold on, wait a minute. Can we break one of these open?
Man, you can break. Well, I brought y'all. I got something for you.
So wait a minute. What is the workout deck, real quick, before we go?
Man, the workout deck, man. It just listen. What you do is you shuffle up the deck.
Yeah.
You can't start with a wild card. You can't start with a wild card.
Right.
Listen, you lay the card down and you do exactly what it is on the card.
Man, that is so cool, bro.
Here's the simple part about it, right? So inside that box, there's an exercise instruction sheet that shows you how to do every exercise in the book. In the deck. Then on the card, it tells you what to do.
Look at this, bro.
And then
This
you
is
get an
awesome.
opportunity. You get an opportunity to do beginner, intermediate, or advanced. So it has different reps. So on each one of the cards, they got green, yellow, and red, where you can pick which one you do. One of the rules is whatever color you pick, that's when you do the whole deck. So don't be going out there gangster.
Yeah.
Doing the red and then come down to the yellow, man. Oh no. Stay gangster. But like it got the rules in it, man.
This is
It's
so
dope.
sweet, bro.
And like with the
This
wild
is the-
card, is you go back and do the last 3 cards you just did.
Okay.
Yeah, so like man, it's just like a game, but actually,
It's sweet.
Listen, you ain't gotta think about it, and every time you shuffle the deck,
Yeah.
it's a new workout. Man, it's really that simple.
That's a
Called
great idea.
A personal trainer in your pocket.
Man.
And for those, because I know personal training can be expensive, this is a low-cost way
Yeah.
to have a master personal fitness
Man.
trainer who has trained over 1,500
Yes, sir.
individuals. You hear me?
Yeah.
Sold several $1 million worth of fitness, not online.
Man, this is a genius idea, King.
Man, hand to hand.
I love
And
it.
I own all my stuff.
Yeah.
The building, the equipment,
Yeah.
everything.
Right.
See, so it's one thing to have a passion. Passion don't really pay bills. It's having the right mindset and being a businessman. And so I own everything. I own all of it. 100%. You go get another one that own all his stuff. I shake his hand.
Right. There it is. Hey, y'all, tonight, man, we got KYD coming on the show. That's at 6 o'clock. And then we got Coach C coming on at 7:30. So we doing along the baseline, baseball thing. We got a double header tonight. Oh!
Hey, listen,
Well, tonight, a double header tonight.
Tonight.
Take a point.
Hey,
Okay, I'm just messing with you, bro.
He get one back.
Who did? Who got one?
You get one back for that.
Yes! Yes!
We'll take eases off of there.
Yeah.
Because he is what warranted, man.
Right. Take a point from Eve.
Get a point. He's not even showing up.
man.
Oh man, that's double up.
Take a point,
Man.
bro. Take a point from Ease,
Get that
bro.
money and earn that check, but
Yeah.
man, that's 2 points.
Yeah, for sure. For
Legendary
sure.
People Podcast, legendary people, legendary
Yes,
stories.
sir.
Happens, a lot of victims live.
Yeah.